What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Forza Horizon 3. In the last episode, we finished off the Blizzard Mountain expansion and jumped into the second one, Hot Wheels, and we only just got a nice brief introduction into what Hot Wheels has to offer. So here's the way that this works. Hot Wheels starts you in the B class of cars. By beating events and doing races and things like that, you will slowly work up to A, then S1, then S2, and so on. I don't know if there's an X class that you unlock, but you're at least going up into S2, and I did not mean to hit B there because I actually want to be in the auto show for this. So we're slowly working our way up. Here's how this is going to work. I have almost 5 million credits. Look at that, 4.8 million credits to spend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on into the auto show, and we're going to start by, instead of buying two really nice cars, we're going to buy one. Just one for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter this up to only the S2. I'm going to go with modern supercars, hyper cars, retro supercars. And yeah, I think that's probably everything I want to set it to. And I'm going to see if I can't get something nice here. So I got the Veyron, which I could absolutely get. We got the Ferrari 458 Speciale, the LaFerrari, which would also be kind of cool to get. The Ford GT, Hennessy Venom, which is one of the fastest cars in the game, Gagera, the One, the Regera. Now the Veneno is one that I've had on my I've had my eye on for a very long time, but that one's 4.5 million, and that's going to instantly drain me, so I'm going to pass on that one. We have the Aventador, which is my baby, although we have the Aventador Lp already in the garage, so I don't really need to pick up this one. The Centenario, which we are going to use at some point during this DLC, as well as the P1. We got the Noble M600, the Pagani Zonda, the I don't even know how to pronounce those two, so I'm not going to try. The Spagna GTA, the Lycan Hypersport, again, pretty high up there, and then the Zenvo, which I already own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself the Ferrari LaFerrari. And even though we can't use it much at the very beginning of this, this is going to be a car that we're going to put to the test at some point in the future. Oh, that is actually a really freaking amazing design. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's beautiful looking. Whoever put that together, that is very impressive. So I'm gonna get myself a nice little design here. I'm gonna do some work on this vehicle, and we're going to come out the other side with a nice LaFerrari all done, but I'm also going to work on upgrading our Hot Wheels car that we were using a little bit ago and putting that together so that we can compete in the B class, since that's kind of where we're at the moment. So give me just a second. And here we are. Okay, so when it comes to Ferraris, man, red and black are like the only acceptable colors for these cars, in my opinion. So did a little bit of work on it, got it the Hot Wheels brand races, which is why it has the red line on the tires as opposed to just standard black. Gave it the spoiler, honestly, just to keep its handling up, because I was already able to basically max out its speed with the drivetrain swap and also a transmission upgrade. So it's it's about as good as I want it to be. I mean, I could technically give it a full 10 speed if I took the spoiler off, but I'm going to actually just keep that on for the sake of the handling. There is that. That was the first thing I wanted to work on. And we can actually just take this thing for a little bit of a spin really quickly, just to kind of see how this thing moves, because I do want to put it to the test. But oh, look at this thing, just handles beautifully. Okay. Oh, man, I love it. I can't wait to actually put this thing to work in future races. And we will. As soon as we can get into the S2 class, we will do that. But this was the first big thing I wanted to get. Now let's work on our rip rod just a little bit. And by work on it, I mean I'm going to give it like a different design. Or I'm going to try to pull out a different Hot Wheels car if possible. Okay, so here we are in the auto show. And we have the rip rod already. I actually have two rip rods. Oops. But our other three options are the Bone Shaker, the Ford Mustang, and the Twin Mill. See the problem with these? A, S1, S1. I can't use any of these just yet. So we're going to have to kind of settle on the Rip Rod for the time being. What I'm going to do, though, is when I switch to it, I'm going to give it a nice change in terms of its paint job. The one that I have, the other one in my garage, is in A class, so I can't use it at the moment, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to mess with this one really at all for the time being. And then we'll just move right on to the Bone Shaker as soon as we get to A class. So something pretty basic here if we can. Actually, ooh, that is not a bad design at all. Let's go with that. I love the rusty look. It's really, really cool. And it totally fits in with the theme of the Hot Wheels. whole motif that they've got going on. So a lot of ground to cover between here and where the actual locations of the races are. So I'm just going to see you guys over there because we've already used about 5-6 minutes of this episode just putting cars together and things like that. I'm going to save this last 3.5 million or whatever, 3.3 million that we have on another vehicle in the future. But for right now, let's get the heck out of here. Wow, this city is just wild. This is so freaking cool. Oh, man, I love it. You know, I think it's kind of funny. I was thinking about this on the way over, but I spent like a couple of episodes ago talking about how I like that Forza Horizon is not like 100% progression focused. Like, it doesn't go from slowest to fastest. It gives you the flexibility of using basically whatever car you want, no matter where you're at in the game. And I said I like that. Yet this Hot Wheels expansion is doing almost exactly the opposite of that, which, I mean, I think it's funny that, you know, it's just ironic that I was talking about that and praising the game for it, and now we suddenly have an expansion that doesn't do that, because you're working your way up to the S1 or S2 class or whatever. But at the same time, I'm glad that that is relegated to an expansion and not the main game, and that this is only like a small portion of it, so it's not a huge deal. I actually think it gets away with it this one time. Not to mention the nature of what the Hot Wheels expansion is. Going fast is what it's all about.
They asked how Horizon rewinds time. Do you have any idea what they're on about?
Are we really bringing up the rewind feature this late into the game? Are you kidding me? Do you think people have made it to this point without knowing how the rewind feature works? Like, I don't use it, but that's because I want the credits bonus that you get from not using it. I don't... It's not like I'm like, oh, man, how do you rewind? It's like, no, I turned it off deliberately. Like, I just can't believe they're bringing it up that late. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, here we go. So this one is a circuit. 2 laps only, so it must be a longer circuit. We need to beat it in 1:55 if possible. We're probably going to have an easier time of that on the second lap because we don't have to worry about the slow start and acceleration and launch that you get at the beginning of the race. Okay, this Rip Rod is not the fastest. I'll say that right now, but I can maybe make up some ground here. Come on now, come on. All right. I can just get past all of these guys here. Get some clean overtakes here. We're going through the fire and the flames. Ugh. Okay, Lynchworm, get out of my way. How the heck was he able to recover so easily from that? My goodness. I don't get that at all. Oh, gosh, don't hit those corners, please. That is the thing I've definitely had the hardest time with. This thing slides very easily. And, like, I made that really crazy drift in the last race, the first one I did in the last episode, and it was awesome and all, but it's also like this car's natural state. It's just drifting all the time. And in a way, it's like, okay, now sometimes it gets a little obnoxious when you don't want to be drifting, because you're like, I'm already going like exactly the speed I want to here. I don't want to be going slower. And I'm not trying to circumvent that with a drift, so I don't know what you're talking about. Look at this thing. Look at this thing drift, man. It just all the time. That was a pretty sweet drift, though. Not going to lie. Okay. And then we get in here, and things slow down tremendously. And then, of course, I lose my bonus because that's awesome. It's okay, though. We can win this. So we didn't get the time on that one, but maybe we can on this lap here, which is the goal. We just need to do better than we did by 2 seconds. Which, oh, wait. No, I did do it. I was looking up, and I thought it said 157. Maybe I'm just blind? I did do it. Okay, well, that's weird. Well, that wasn't even hard, then. Like, I'm probably going to get a way better time on this lap. Probably. We'll see how I do. But I've got such a nice lead. The problem is the straightaways. These guys definitely gain a lot of ground on the straightaways because this car is not... Top speed is not its strong suit, that's for darn sure. It's its handling and its traction. Because it's technically a buggy, isn't it? I believe it's a buggy. Which you don't really want to be using on tracks like this, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, can we maintain this speed going into this turn? Okay. Okay, easy now. There we go. I'm glad I'm not having to try to get us like a skill bonus on this course because I have not done that very well at all. Okay, we'll go to the left side this time just to switch things up a little bit. This one actually seems more straightforward than the one on the right. You did a little more sidewinding on that side, although you do go into this turn a little easier on the right side, so that's probably the trade-off. I guess that makes sense. We're almost done. And like I said, we got 22 seconds left to finish this lap to beat our time. Not going to be hard at all, I believe. But here we go. Well, maybe it's gonna be a little closer than I thought. We'll see. I mean, what? 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, that was a little closer than I thought. I kind of flubbed up some of those turns at the end there, though, but still. Not a super hard challenge, which makes sense given how, early into the Hot Wheels expansion we are. Let me see. Yeah, finish first. Yeah, all right, cool. That's some nice credits right there. Is that enough for a wheel spin? Yes, it is. Give me something good. I just spent a lot of money, so I would not mind. Yeah, 100,000 credits. That is what I like to see.
This is child's play for you, isn't it? Well, that seems appropriate at least. Have some medals. See you in the next round.
So I got a new car for my troubles?
Time to take it up to A class, which means bigger tracks, more loops, more G's, which means hold on to your hair, boss.
All right, we're already up to A. That's good. Very simple. I'm going to take care of the bucket list that's in this area before I go too far, though. So let me do that really quickly. City View, I mean, I can hit these speed traps at any time, so it's not a huge deal. Let's set that, and let's head on over there. Now, actually, I am going to check something out really quickly. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure if there was actually any experience boards. They're actually all over the place, which does give a good idea of how much exploration you can do. So that's good. I kind of just wanted to get that out of the way this time because I'm probably not going to go out of my way to get a ton of them unless I actually see them here in the future, and then we'll just kind of take them on later. But let's go get this bucket list done, and then we'll probably have enough time for one more race. It says I got a new car. I'm assuming it's the Bone Shaker or whatever it's called. So let's head on over here and get this done. What do we got here? Oh, this is the Mustang. Lose your bearings on the Cobra Coil in the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang. What am I doing here? Lose your bearings. Is this going to make me do drifts? Let's see. I'm a little scared. Beat the speed target. Okay, never mind. That's not too bad. We can do our best. Okay, we need 130 miles an hour. Oh, and I need a turn here. All right, we're going. So I got 1.8 miles to go. Let's see, 130 miles an hour. Is that doable? I think that's doable. This just depends on where I have to hit it at. And there's where the speed trap's at. So I know that at least. So I need to be going about this fast. Oh, here we go. So this thing tops out at about 170, which is pretty crazy. Although, ooh, I do have to slow down tremendously here. So that's what's going to hurt me. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's a speed zone. Oh, it's a speed zone. I was thinking it was a speed trap. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's really hard. Come on. Hold it. Hold it. Come on. I'm freaking holding right as much as I can. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Woo. That one was actually really stressful. I love it, though. That was great. So fun. And we got 3 out of that? I believe we got 3. Was it 3 or 2? It might have been only 2 flames out of that. But, hey, I will take it. So, let's see. I like I said, I'm missing that speed trap. Was there another race in the B class that I'm missing? There might be. We'll hang on to the Rip Rod, obviously, for that reason. Not like I'm going to get rid of any of these cars. There was one over here, wasn't there? Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm crazy. I guess it's just the speed trap, so I think we can just kind of move on. We got a danger sign here. Let's move on over to Half Pipe Speedway, and this can be the last thing we do in the episode. I figured we'd do a little extra more just because I spent the first bit of this episode tooling around with vehicles and stuff and messing with my LaFerrari and all that goodness. So we'll head on over here, and maybe I can pick myself up that Bone Crusher, and we can make that thing work. That'll be fun. There's XP boards everywhere. I'll get those later, I promise. I wonder what level we're going to finish this Let's Play on. Close to 200, I bet. You know, based on the nature of things. It's actually a very slow speed. So that speed boost is interesting. It doesn't really give you a ton of go. So you need to hit the 160 mile an hour speed target. Okay, A-class racing tier. So we don't want to use this. I am going to go in and do a buy really quickly, because I believe the Bone Crusher is free. But it depends on how close to the A-class threshold it is. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. 797. That's close enough, I think. I don't know how. Or Bone Shaker, sorry. My bad. I kind of want to just leave it on the color it's on. Although, people got some pretty good designs here. Well, some of them anyway. Let's see. Volbeat. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I really like that first one, honestly. I think that's probably the best one here. Let's just go with that. Very good design there. And then we can finish this off. Ugh. All that work, and I almost lost this entire Let's Play over a stupid technicality. Thank goodness I was able to salvage that. That was so scary. Because that's what set back my Forza Horizon 2 Let's Play by a year, was that happening. I had to put that on the longest hiatus because I basically had to restart the entire game from scratch. And this deep into the Let's Play, that wouldn't have been doable. It practically would not have been doable. But luckily, Elgato Game Capture is a beautiful piece of software, and so is Handbrake, if you know what that is. So, thank goodness for that. Is that a Tesla? That looked like a Tesla. I didn't know there were Teslas in this game. I haven't actually paid attention to that. I guess there would be a couple, but not a lot of them. There's only like one or two models at the time that this game came out. But let's do this. All right, so we need 160 miles an hour in this thing, and I'm already a little bit concerned about its speed, but we'll do our best here. See if we can catch some ground here. Is 160 doable? Oh, geez. Okay, all right. So this thing does not have the greatest handling in the world. That's a little bit concerning. I might need to make maybe some changes here because this thing does not have a lot of go to it. I liked it in the opening when we were doing that opening mission, but now I suddenly have misgivings. Here, I won't write it off yet, though. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. It's not over yet. Let's just not go flying, careening off of the cliff here. I'm going to go on the inside because I'm a daredevil. Oh, yeah. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, so first place is a little bit ahead, but I think I can get past all these guys. Yeah, there we go. That was a beautiful pass. And, of course, I'm going to hit this guy because he slowed down way too much. Jeez. Okay, Gamer Gurkle. Get out of the way. Or Gamer Gurk. Is that what it is? What is this thing? This is so cool. This reminds me of like a piece of track that you'd find in like Trackmania or something. Which, man, I need to get back into that game at some point. Probably with Nations, not Turbo, because Turbo just kicked my butt. I could not beat that game. It was too hard. I'm not good enough at those kinds of games. I know there's like some guys who are just insane Trackmania enthusiasts who are just like, you suck at this. I'm like, I know. I know I suck at it. It's a hard game. It's very, very difficult. Forza is way more my speed. And so is Midnight Club, even though that game is hard too. Oh my gosh. Phew. I wouldn't say as hard though. Holy cow. Trackmania games are crazy. And this is totally the vibes I'm getting out of this. Which is, I think, kind of why I like it. Because I always did like Trackmania's vibe. I think Turbo had the best aesthetic, personally. But the rest of them are still very, very cool. Whoa! Okay. I was apparently not thinking I needed to slow down there because I didn't see any driving lines, and I really should have slowed down because that was crazy. Like, absolutely wild going into that. There we go. Yeah, this thing kind of has drifting as its default state, too. So we'll start to switch up our vehicles a little bit more here soon. Let's see if I can't hit this speed target before this race is over. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Please. It would be very awesome if I could. I don't think I can. I don't think I can hit it with this car. Yeah, 160. Probably not happening. I would need a different vehicle that can go a lot faster. Which I know I have, but at least we still won. And again, I think I'm going to hold true to the same thing I said in Blizzard Mountain, where I think 2 out of 3 is fair enough. I'm not going to like redo a whole race over that third star or flames or whatever it is.
Boss. So amazing. I'm going to give you 2 medals. Can I do that? Sure I can. I'm in charge.
I thought I was in charge. Make up your freaking mind, game. You're the one who always calls me like king and stuff, or queen or whatever. Guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Forza Horizon 3 very, very much. In the next episode, here's what we're going to do. There are actually a myriad of things that we can do in this area, in particular around the city. We've got a drift zone here, 60,000 points, yikes. Beach blast, danger sign. We got half pipe speed done, but we've got Thrill City turbo sprint, which I'll probably do last, and actually some XP boards and a speed trap that I can grab as well. So, whole myriad of things that we're going to be doing in the next episode. I will try to get those done. Guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.